Hi, I'm Dania from Journey of a Brave, and after being a little bit lost for about 1 year, ever since I moved to Dallas, I'm now finding my way. And I think that when you go to a personal realization that brings absolute value to your life, you have to share it because that's the missing link. That's the kind of thing that we're here for because we're here for each other. And that is one of the things that we have forgotten. And that for me is very important to showcase through braiding. And that's why I dedicate my life to this practice. And this process of braiding sort of brought me very much in touch with my hands and with the power of the energy that is transmitted through our hands. And I mean, creativity is one of the things that determines us as a species. And I think that we all have some way of creativity, and that's where our biggest power is. And it can be towards business, it can be towards medicine, or it can be towards creative art and the visual. And that's where I'm at. And what happened is I did go to college. I studied a bachelor's degree. I have a bachelor's degree in marketing. I also studied business administration, but that was never my thing. I did it because that's what my father said I should do. And I was at a time when I was doing TV, and he was like, you cannot continue doing acting. You have to focus and build a career. And so I did. And it was wonderful. I learned a lot. I still work in a lot of things that are related to the things that I learned. But that was not me. And it has taken me a lifetime to accept the artist inside. And it happens to many of us. That's one of the things that I learned. And now I think it's so crazy that we spend all this time debating if we are or if we aren't, when I mean, there's a world of opportunity once you can define who you are. And that word, which is very intimidating, becomes a door into a whole universe of opportunity. So if you find yourself in the same situation, especially as women, because the thing is that we're sold upon the narrative of the biological recipe for a good life. And then you do all the steps that you were told to do, like you get married, check, you have children, check. And you realize that that's not it. There's so much more to life, and you're still as tortured or you question yourself as much, and you are in a very lonely place because motherhood is not as, it's a very lonely place often. And loneliness is not a matter of how many people you have around. It's a matter of the inner questions, the internal questioning, and all the things that go on in a marriage as well, or through a divorce. I have a lot of friends going through that as well. Anyway, the thing is, don't let go of your dreams, of your purpose, and of the things that you know that are part of the fragment of information that you're bringing to this world. We all carry this one fragment. None of them are the same. And when you figure out what that fragment is about, you bring to life a bigger vision, and everything around you sort of conspires to make things happen, because what you're really looking for is also looking for you right now, this second. So don't give up. And the only way to head towards this purpose is what makes your stomach, like get excited, what brings butterflies into your stomach. Yesterday on my first day of school, I was walking through the building, and suddenly I started seeing like people going to the stage room, and there was a theater, and I was like, and I'm like, oh my God, it's true. That is one of the things that moves me fully, and the process of creating as well. So I'm just pursuing the things I love, and I know that I've seen how many answers come out of that, because it's not the act per se. It's not the piece of clay that I'm gonna produce. It's the whole mental process that goes into that. So what things bring you that kind of joy? And perhaps it's your children, and it's perfect. But your children will also grow up and leave. So try to look deeper, and don't let go of the opportunity of studying. What I actually wanted was to do a master's. I wanted to have a master's in fine arts, but it was so expensive that I was like, there's no way, I'm already paying for my children's school, impossible. And then a friend of mine who is an artist told me, why don't you just go to college? I teach at a college. And my God, the teachers that they have in American colleges, and it must be the same for Europe. And I'm sure there's different organizations in Latin America as well. But it's one of those opportunities that you don't see because you kind of feel that you're past that. So yeah, I'm back to hanging out with teenagers, and it's beautiful and it's refreshing. And it's a total different approach to when you had to study because you had to study. Like here, I'm choosing the subjects that I'm interested in, and I'm building my schedule. And it's going to take me a long time because I'm obviously not being able to do a million classes when I have 2 kids and I have a job and I have all these other things. But don't let go of that opportunity to know yourself deeper and to understand the fragment that you're carrying, because otherwise that fragment gets transferred to your children or to the people that you sort of leave a seed on. You know, all these people that sometimes have these interactions where you influence their lives deeply. It will be transferred to them and to the generations that come after them, because again, that's the thread. That's what I'm always talking about when it comes to braiding. There's a thread that joins all those stories and that brings together, that braids together ancestry, where you right now are carrying all the stories from the past, from your family, and you're solving many of the situations and you're passing to the next level, or not. That is a choice. But make sure that you live to that potential of going to that next level, because there's no leisure, there's no travel, there's no anything that will make you feel as fulfilled as that. And you being happy and you being fulfilled and you bringing the best of yourself into the world is influencing the way I'm going to live the world. So I'm saying it in a very egoistical way. I want you to thrive, because in your thrival depends the thrival of all of us. Think of it that way. It's never the top layer what brings about the greatest change. It's always all the little people like me, like you, like everyone, bringing together purpose and challenging the system with creativity and with a vision of what our deepest potential is all about. I'm Danielle from Journey of a Braid, and look into what you're feeling right now and what you would like to explore further, and do whatever it takes. There's one life.